Hello and welcome to my organic Kentucky garden. It's time for the end of the month collaboration. I'm out here at my community garden today. By the way, I'm Lisa Ann Spencer and thank you for stopping by my channel. I came out here about 8 o'clock this morning just to water and fertilize, and it is powerful hot. So I'm not going to be able to do too much today, but the garden looks so good. Finally, it's amazing just what 1 month will do with some fertilizer and warm temperatures and stuff. So be sure to check out the description box below with the other people who are participating in this collaboration that's hosted by Victoria over in the UK. Her channel is called Home Educating the Mad Lads. I'm sure you will enjoy her channel besides just her gardening. And the same can be said for most of those ladies that are listed below. Many of them are homeschool mamas or do other interesting things, so be sure to check them out. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around and give you a tour of my community garden. The sun is in the east, and that's the direction that we're walking. And I don't know if you can hear the cicadas or not, but wow, they are everywhere. So look at this beautiful garden. Let's just go up and down some of the rows. My marigolds are so big. They're about 2 feet tall now, looking gorgeous. Some of my Martin peas have finally, these down here, you know, the deer did not munch on, so they look really great. And then when you get here, this is one of the rows, but the deer just completely ate back. So it's starting to grow. Lots of beautiful marigolds, and there is a bloom on my cowpeas right there. You can see the lovely buds, so that gives me hope. And then my okra, good gracious, it has grown 2 to 3 feet tall, and they have buds. Let's see if I can find some for you. There's a little bud right there. So that's going to open up into a bloom really soon. Let's see. This, if I remember correctly, there's a little ladybug. Not sure if that's focusing. Hopefully I'll be able to show you some okra in 4 weeks when we come back. Oh, a little frog. Can you see the little frog? There. Oh, he's so pretty. Okay, let me back up again. So anyway, the okra is oh, there's a bloom. There's one. Looking gorgeous. All right, so we'll have some okra in a couple of weeks, which is wonderful. I didn't bring my microphone, so I'm not sure how well you're able to hear me. I'm trying to talk loud. Look at these gorgeous zinnias, pink and lavender, and the yellow is just tremendous. I've been picking a bouquet every week and taking home and putting in my kitchen window. All right, so there were 2 squash plants. One died back. Plenty of blooms. The first one that fruited, this one, the vine is, you see that? It looks so bad and bug eaten, and the vine is dead. I'm gonna go ahead and snip that one off. Snip it right now. I keep my snippers in my apron pocket. Yeah, and I'll take that home just out of curiosity and see what it looks like. Here's some little babies. These vines were growing out in the way, so I moved them. There's another baby. I doubt it has time to grow, but there's a really big and beautiful one right here. Now, again, this is called a San Bernardo. It's an unknown to me that Seed Savers Exchange sent me to grow and describe. So hopefully I'll get to eat that one if it's edible. The zinnias, these here are about 3.5, 4 feet tall. Gorgeous. I save seeds from those, by the way, and sell on my Etsy shop if anybody's interested. All right, my cucumbers, they look so bad, but I've been faithfully harvesting cucumbers. You see this one right here. Here's one, and they've all had like bug trails on them, but they are like the most delicious cucumbers I've ever tasted. There's another one. Snip, snip. Lay it over here. Here's another one. Yeah, the vines don't look much for nothing, but they have been producing. See if I can see any more. Here's a crooked one. Snip. Oh, here's a big one. So we make table pickles where you just do half vinegar, half water, salt, and dill, spices in a bowl, and just serve them fresh. That is my favorite way to have them. Not doing a very good job of video in here. I'll do a little more thorough check. My tomatoes is what's puzzling me because I'm just not getting ripe ones. I've been picking some green ones. Had some fried green tomatoes. Oh, look it. Okay, so this is that little squash plant that I never thought was going to do anything. But look, it has a little baby patty pan squash right there. If that grows and survives, that will be an absolute miracle. All right, so you see I've got tons of green tomatoes. But every time I come out here, like, I have no ripe ones. There's a really nice one over there. And I know you can't see as well as I can, but there are green tomatoes. Look, lots of them. My shadow keeps getting in the way. Lots of tomatoes there. Tons of green ones. So, I don't know. Maybe next week when I come back. I mean, I've picked a few here and there, and I've picked some green and let them ripen on my windowsill. Cooked some fried green tomatoes one night with some frozen okra that I had in the freezer from last year. That was delicious. But anyway, let's see. There's some really nice looking ones right there, a big cluster. And down this row, I can't hardly walk between there, especially trying to video, but my sunflowers are, some of them are like 10 feet tall. Very beautiful. So here's a big mound of basil, and here are my ham and gravy cowpeas. And look, little baby peas on this end, promising. Oh, and an eggplant on this side. This was the one that was mostly dead. But look at, you see, there's a beautiful eggplant. I need to go ahead and cut that one today. Oh, there's another one. And there's another one. Beautiful. Ham and gravy. See, there's some more mature peas there. Here is a pimento pepper. Lots of green ones on there. Not sure if you can see them, but there are quite a few green ones. One of my watermelons. And by the way, there was a watermelon over there hiding under my okra too, which I forgot to show you. Okay, more ham and gravy blossoms. Keep going. This is one of my Jimmy Nardello peppers. Those will turn red. More peas and more blossoms. Tiny little eggplant that's struggling. Got some little buds on it. Maybe they'll still make. So there's a really nice melon that I'm afraid somebody's gonna swipe. More cowpeas. Here's a really nice one. Look at this. So these are strictly for seed saving this year. I get so many requests on Etsy, and it's a very rare variety. So 100% going for seed saving this year, if I do get a crop. A couple more watermelons. Eggplant, it's got a little bud on it there. Beautiful. Here's a tiny little pepper that seems to be struggling. Here's a nice bell pepper hiding next to the zinnias. And here's a really, really nice bell pepper over here. Can you see that? I almost want to go ahead and pick it and take it home, but I want it to ripen. I think it's one of the chocolate brown. So the marigolds are looking good. My Love Lies Bleeding amaranth is fading away. But I still like it. Not much to see down here except, okay, look. That squash vine, one of them, actually has some kind of, and I don't even know what it is. It may be the exact same thing that's over on the other row, because I had so many die and then I replanted that I just could not keep up with the varieties. But then down here on the end, I planted like just a zucchini. And all I am getting is male. Oh look, there's the first female. That, is it? Oh yeah, look, it's a squash of some sort. That's the first female blossom I've seen, and it's been months. So hopefully maybe next week I'll get some kind of, I don't know if it's zucchini or squash. We'll see, and I'll let you know. Anyway, that's that. I will, when I get home, do a quick tour of some of my pots and my little garden row that I have out by the fence. But until then, we'll see you at the community garden next month. Here we are at home. It's another day, but I thought I'd give you a quick tour of the plants in the backyard for the end of the month garden collaboration. You see the little hummingbird on the feeder? It is that time of year when they start to refuel for their trip back south. I haven't seen very many hummingbirds, so I'm glad to have this little visitor. Oh, let's see. Ignore all my mess. I have a collection of violets growing here. They were looking really pretty, but I think they got rained on. They don't like to get water on their leaves. So quite a few of them. Anyway, those were given to me by a friend and they were looking beautiful. Previously, I had them inside my little greenhouse window there, which is where they'll go for the winter time. Here's another one. I don't know. And here's an orchid that has just been barely holding on, but look, it's got this new baby orchid. So I need to try to find a way to pot that up. I've been saving seeds. I got my zinnia seeds, marigolds, giant marigolds, and the amaranth, Love Lies Bleeding, but it's getting kind of humid out here. I think I'm gonna have to bring those inside. Let's see. Here's my Sharon Mecate tomato plant. There's a few on there. We've been keeping them pretty well picked. Hello, that's Pebbles, one of the babies. So I sowed these seeds. These are from some plants that I collected. They've been struggling in this pot, but all of a sudden I had this cypress vine pop up. And they popped up in other plants, in other pots too. And I did sow some cypress vine like 6 months ago. This is some oregano that somebody gave me. This is the toothache plant. It's really interesting. Supposedly you can chew on the parts and it'll numb your mouth. I haven't tried it, but also lots of other health benefits. I sell those seeds on Etsy. See, some coneflowers are starting to sprout. My cleome. There's a daisy that never did anything because this pot kept getting so dry. There's my doge. Hello, good morning, Ivory. Tom. Good morning, Ivory. Onions. These are my family onions that I'm just holding on to till we get in a new house and I'm able to get them planted in a permanent spot. Turmeric, and you can see it's starting to die back, and it will over winter. Sage, same thing. I'm keeping it in a pot till I can plant it whenever we do find a house. Another tomato. And my citrus tree, which came back from the dead. My strawberries, I've been catching the runners for new plants. See, there's another cypress vine there. My avocado finally gave up the ghost. Anyway, I've got strawberries stuck everywhere. And more tomatoes. My sweet peas just completely died back. I don't know, they didn't like being here. And right out here, this is where I have my kale. Now, these were store-bought kale, and whoops, I stepped in a hole. But look how they're tall. I mean, the fence has got to be what, 4 feet tall, so they're nearly 3. And and I see they're getting bug eaten. Need to spray those today. Here's a little green bean. It was a mystery pack of seeds. I didn't know what they were, so I planted a couple. This stays so dry back here. Oh, I see some little green beans. There's not going to be enough to do anything with. I may save seeds. Sow a few kales. This is my giant butter bean from my science experiment that I did with the kids last semester of co-op. And something is just eating them up. Plus they're in the shade here. And I don't see a single bloom. I see little buds, but I don't think it's gonna do anything. Oh, I see a bean beetle larva right there. So that's what's doing the damage, is bean beetles. I didn't really expect to get anything. Oh, there's another bean beetle larva. I don't know if you can see that yellow. They're so gross. Anyway, I may come spray these a little bit, but that's about it. Here's the chickens. Hello. Hello. I hear an airplane, no doubt. We live not very far from the UPS airport, and they fly over all the time. There's Maybelline. Hello, Maybelline. You appear to be out of food. I'm gonna go tell your master to come and feed you. Hey, baby. She puts her in a harness sometimes and takes her for a walk. All right, that's it. Be sure to check out the description box below and the other ladies who participate. See you next time.